But Derpy said, I could be better. I'm very depressed. I saw the leaks and Obi Wan. It's gonna suck. I also read the leaks. I don't.
I don't
One,
think it's gonna suck, but I do think. I mean, it's going to be very short, and I don't know how
did you
they
read the
work.
leaks?
I
Like
didn't read the
the
leaks.
full leaks? No,
Oh,
don't.
they had them
I
all. No,
would.
I don't want
Yeah,
to.
yeah. I kind of by accident, and then I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm already halfway through the leak. Might as well finish it. Um, I can see why people are upset if this is the case. It might not be even be the case. Like he's saying, like the leak. I mean, it was also leaked that everyone in Hollywood was supposed to be in Doctor Strange. We were supposed to see like, Wolverine and Tom Cruise and Emma Watson and all these people like in this movie, and we didn't. So the leaks could be wrong.
Yeah, but
But
we know
it all
Doctor
kind
Strange,
of
the reshoots is, so
yeah,
they cut a
yeah,
lot of that stuff out. They still have that. They still have all the property. I mean, they finally
yeah,
talking about Tom Cruise.
yeah. I saw that.
So,
I saw that. But I don't know, man. It kind of depends on how you feel about certain things. I don't mind if that's the way they take it. I don't mind it as much. I don't I but I could see why people that didn't like the prequels might not like
mhm.
or the sequels. I'm sorry, sequels. Might not like this, but I didn't think it was that bad. Like when the leaks came out and I found out what it was and I looked, a lot of people were complaining about it, but I'm like, it could be worse. It could be way, way, way worse. It's
I'm just
not
I'm just gonna say
bad.
this. I'm gonna say this. No matter what was released, no matter what information was gonna be released, 50% of people are gonna hate it. No matter what you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
said we're going to make it perfect in every way for every gamer, every fanboy, whoever read watched any of this stuff is going to love this. And half the people have been like, it's just it's you're doing the same story over. Like it doesn't matter what you do, they're going to still complain about it. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I, I,
I
as I said with the sequels, you stick with it. If you're going to do something, stick to your guns. Just don't
yeah.
waffle back and forth.
Yeah. They should have. They should have. It's a bait and switch though. I mean, if you're talking about like what the leak is, it could be a big bait and switch. Where they tell you it's this and then something else happens, which that's happened a lot in Hollywood where there's a leak, and it's like a force leak. So it either most of the time it lowers expectations. So when it delivers, it's like since you already got your expectations lowered and it comes out and it's great, you're just like, oh my god, it's the greatest thing ever.
That's
And
what
I can see them definitely doing something with that with this.
they need to do that though.
Yeah,
That's Marvel's known for.
yeah, or just at Disney.
I don't see that. They have done such a bad job with the last couple releases, and even the marketing, I believe, of Star Wars has been bad. They're marketing it poorly, so I'm hoping that they're trying to change that around.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like Marvel, they like it or not, they listen to the fans with Mr. Fantastic.
Hmm.
Um,
I
so
think
and
it's
there's I think it was great. There are a few people that are like, oh, it's stupid. I was like, he's a great actor. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
he
he's a
looks
great actor.
good.
His wife's a great actor.
And
But
amazing. Yeah,
yeah, oh yeah. So they do tend to listen to the fans, but they still kind of do their own thing. Where Star Wars, I don't think they're listening to any of the fans.
but not anymore. They
The
should, though.
yeah, yeah, well, yeah, they listened to the fans from one thing, and then they went super hardcore the opposite way of what the fans were saying. That like, yeah, I was like, there's a line you need to follow. Yeah, but he said the leaks sound legit because it's totally something Disney would do, though. Yeah, I agree. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. Um, if that's the way it goes, it was pretty much the leaks on the end of the series, like how the ending happens.
Okay.
Um, but like I said, I don't mind it as much, because ultimately it's a prequel, so you know where the story is gonna end
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
It's just how you gonna create and solve a conflict within X amount of time because you already know
What
where it
happened?
has to
Where, yeah.
end. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you already know how it starts, so you have to know how this ends. So, I that's kind of the bad thing about prequels. You're working in certain, you
Yeah,
know,
in the box
like-
basically, because you already
yeah,
know the beginning and the end, and all you do is learn it, go on the journey. So it has to be a good
and
journey in the middle.
yeah. And that's why I loved Rogue One. That's why I loved Rogue One because it took you on a really good journey and you knew how it was gonna end, but it was still like so really enjoyable.
But what was the number one complaint? It didn't matter.
Yeah, yeah. Like
It
you
had
didn't
nothing to it.
the one I heard a lot was oh, you didn't develop the characters. I'm like, it wasn't about the characters because you already knew what was gonna happen to the characters. It was
They're
about the
all dead.
story.
Who cares?
Yeah, yeah. You know, I mean, I like that they took like, oh, that one little detail that was really silly in the first one with the hole, the weakness. It was like, all right, we're gonna explain it, and I thought it was a good explanation, and it was a fun story. So I don't know how they're gonna make a spin-off, because what's his name? Diego Luna is getting
Yeah.
his spin-off, which I'm like, how is that gonna happen?
Okay. I thought everyone's gone.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a prequel kind of thing.
What do you say?
Um,
Oh,
my
sorry.
bad. I know, but the ending tank. It's very cheesy way to finish a story. Um, I don't know. I don't know if it's cheesy. I don't know if it's cheesy. I mean, it is a little bit. It is a little bit.
That's a Disney way of doing things, though.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely very Disney, and yeah, and you have to tie up loose ends. I mean, there's that's it, again with prequels. It's end, but now you gotta create a loose end and then end that loose end. That's just how prequels work, so we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, McGregor, not McGregor. Um, oh my god, I can't think of his name. I was the wrong Irish guy or Italian, well, not Italian. Um, Ian, yeah, Ian. What the hell's his name?
Is
Ian
it
McGregor.
Ian McGregor? It is
McGregor.
McGregor, right?
Yeah, yeah. Um, I think he's a good enough actor to carry a story like that. Graphics look pretty good too, so I'm for it. Force Awakens 2.0.
Hey,
Uh, I was getting more. Force Awakens, I love. I know you said you
yeah,
love, but I was getting
I love
more.
Force Awakens, so I don't care.
I was getting more Rise of Skywalker vibes from the leaks than Force Awakens
I
vibes.
did not like Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker was better than The Last Jedi. That's why it could be worse.
That
It could
doesn't
be worse.
mean anything. You say it's better than The Last Jedi. It's just like saying, I have the world's tallest midget, I'm 4'2". Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You're still 4'2". It doesn't matter.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I don't know, but I was getting more Rise of Skywalker vibes from it, but
hmm.
we'll see. I think it's just gonna be cool. Like, just even if the ending does kind of get a little cheesy, I think the story leading up to it is gonna be pretty good. Um,
But it doesn't
good
have to
action.
be.
I
I
think.
mean, after what we had from the Obi Wan, the movie about the last Star Wars movie,
That
what
Star
was
Wars movie.
yeah,
The last movie was Rise of Skywalker.
uh, the one in between, the one was about with Chewie and
Solo.
Solo, Solo,
Solo.
and how bad
Yeah.
Solo was, which that was horrible.
Really, I didn't mind. It wasn't
Really?
great by any
That
means,
was
but I didn't mind it. It was not good, but I didn't. It got a lot of hate where I'm like, it didn't deserve that much hate. It was better than some. I think it was better than Last Jedi, obviously, and I think I liked it probably a little bit more than Rise. But I mean, it still had a lot of issues, and it was kind of goofy and cheesy.
that was
Which
more cheesy, and it was like, what's the point of
yeah,
even doing this? I mean, Han Solo is one of the coolest,
yeah,
the coolest characters in all Star Wars, and just was just stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the sequels. Yeah, yeah. It's not just it's the sequels 2.0 kind of. I get what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. That definitely. If you didn't like the sequels, I think most people that don't like the sequels are not gonna like at least how it finishes up. But
But
you know,
even what I said about the sequels, I have to say if they had the Force Awakens, they should have stayed on that path. If they stayed on
for
that
sure.
path, I think they would have had 3 movies that would have made sense. And I think people would still would have got hate, but at least it would have made sense instead of going back and forth like a floppy fish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of how like sometimes you're like, all right, like you have to like trust the plan. You have to be like, hold on, we got a plan. Sit tight. You know, I saw where they were gonna go with it. And even what's her name? Daisy Ridley was at the end of that movie. She goes, "Oh, you don't know who Ray's parents are? I thought it was pretty obvious." I was like, "Well, obviously you don't know because
Yeah.
they changed it on YouTube, I guess."
They changed everything. That's the thing. And I heard that she was reading the script and they're like, why did you change everything? Everybody was upset about it.
Ev-
Everybody,
Everyone was like that.
you know. John Boyega was
She,
like, what the hell?
yeah.
This is not what I signed up for. What you guys talking
I
about?
mean, I get why John Boyega was so pissed.
Because
He
it changed
was,
the entire character and the whole story made his story, his arc
his,
made no sense.
yeah,
And they
and I thought
focused on them. Like it
I, yeah, his could have been one of the cooler stories in Star Wars. It's like a stormtrooper gone rogue. You could have gave him a really
turns into
cool
a Jedi.
story.
A
You know,
stormtrooper turns into a Jedi. That's what it should
yeah,
have been. Plain and
yeah,
simple.
yeah. That would have been super super. I guess they were trying. I don't know if you watched the Lego Holiday Special.
Yeah.
Did you? They were kind of going
Hints.
at that where Ray was teaching Finn.
Mhm.
You know,
But that
but
should
by then it was like,
it should have
yeah,
happened in movie 2.
yeah, in an actual movie.
Yeah, like movie 2, the second, just I don't know. They did so bad with that. So I don't know.
I agree. I agree. Let me throw my sweater on real quick. Fuck, I'll go like this.
Yeah.
Although, let me get something to drink because I talk. Give me 1 second.
All right. I'll wait for Tate to get back before we go over it.
All right. What is up, everyone? We got what, 4 people in chat already? What Derpy say?
Hey, let's get this.
Get go ahead.
Let's get this crazy KK butted in and cut the original plastic for Kenobi. So yeah, if it doesn't tell you how it's going to go, then I don't know, fellas. I don't know. I don't know the plans, basically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Catherine Kennedy. I mean, I there's so many of the toxic fanboys that are like, oh, a woman ruined Star Wars, and that's why like if anybody criticizes Star Wars, you're just sexist. But
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean,
Is
even
that
my girlfriend.
self-fulfilling prophecy? It's like you say that,
Yeah,
but she's literally doing it. Like it's
yeah,
it's literally happening.
that's yeah. That's why for me it's like it's not because of what she's a woman or whatever. It's because you just ruin the story. Like you just are bad at storytelling, and it's not like that's anything new. I mean, George Lucas and Steven Spielberg said you like Catherine Kennedy was just a glorified coffee person back in the day. So it's like,
Why are you
I,
doing all this stuff? Why are
yeah,
you?
yeah. I mean, honestly, the job should have went to Filoni because Filoni was the protege that was being trained by George Lucas in the cartoons, but Filoni didn't have the name that he has now that he has.
Mhm.
I really thought Filoni was going to take over for Catherine Kennedy, and then they extended her contract for another like 4 years or something like that. But I'm pretty sure when she's gone, Filoni's going to come in, and I think he's going to, I don't want to say fix things,
Oh,
but
do
make
you
things a little
think
bit more tolerable.
it could survive it?
4 more years, yeah. They don't have any major plans. They're just gonna write Mando for the next couple years.
Can't mess this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baby
The
Yoda.
the
Gonna go Grogu.
yeah,
We good. We good.
exactly. Yeah, and then Ahsoka's gonna come out. That looks awesome. So
Yeah.
everything Filoni's doing, Filoni's gonna keep it alive. And then I don't know how much you know, but there's the Acolyte, that's coming out. That's gonna be a Disney show too, but that's gonna follow the newer storyline that's in the books right now that are not is that the books are not doing well. Because there's the books and the comic books, and they are not doing well. And it's supposed to be like, um, what age? So like Yoda, but Yoda's like really young in this one,
Oh,
in this story. And even then they're kind of ruining things like how like there's a part where a girl passes her Padawan test and she becomes like a Jedi. So there's the whole like knighting ceremony kind of thing. This is like in the first book. So I don't know, spoilers. But she's in front of all these Jedis and she starts to like cry because she's so happy. I was like, wait a minute.
that's the wrong thing to do. I mean,
Isn't
emotion,
that's not what a
emotion.
emotion Jedi? So yeah, a lot of people are saying it's not good, but I guess it's supposed to set up this really, really super bad person. And the ending of all the stories is gonna be the Acolyte, whatever, in on Disney Plus. But that's gonna be Catherine Kennedy's thing. So she's in charge of all that. So you have all the Filoni stuff going on with Mando and all that. She's gonna be in charge of that. So people are already mad. And then she brought on Brie Larson is gonna be in the show, who's already like
Everyone already hates her.
already hates her. You know, I mean, I think they hate her for like stupid reasons. I think. I mean,
I
but
agree.
you know,
But when you're
but I
hating,
mean,
why bring more hate? That's all I'm saying.
yeah, you know. So, I mean, she's not that great of an actress. I'm just gonna like flat out. That's not. I don't like her because she's an average actress. You know, I don't think she can't carry a film by herself. That's why I think why Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel wasn't the greatest is just she's not a leading actress. She's a supporting actress.
Yeah, but that's
For
okay
sure.
because you should have had enough with Samuel L. Jackson. You know, they had other stars there,
Jude,
so she didn't have
Jude
to
Law.
carry it.
Yeah.
Jude Law, exactly. I feel like the writing just wasn't up to snuff.
Yeah. It was the whole thing was kind of weird. It's how they wrote it, not because they are women. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I am, you know. It's like how like people like you get called out a lot like oh, you're just sexist because you hate women. That's why you don't like The Last Jedi. But I'm like, that's the opposite. I
Yeah,
mean, what is women powerful like powerful for women in The Last Jedi? Rey is like whooped on Ray on Kylo is like, I can change him, I love him, I can change him. Isn't that like the definition of like a toxic
that's a toxic.
relationship?
Exactly.
You know, it's like, you know, so
That's
you know,
exactly.
stuff like that. I was like, you know, there's I think issues, but you know, you want to blame it on one thing, which is kind of say, but it was very badly written. And he goes, honestly, I'd rather have seen Finn be Jedi than Ray. His arc would have been cooler, not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind seeing both of them.
Exactly. Rey could be a Jedi, and she
Both
showed
of them.
Finn, and Finn already has, the feeling, and he feels the Force. He's Force sensitive. So why couldn't they both be it? And they were still going on their own arc. They didn't. I know people had a problem with them trying to say if they're going to be together. They don't have to be together. They could just both be Jedi. Then you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. I don't think that there should not have been I don't mind love stories,
There was
but
no
there should
reason
not have
to
been a
have
love
it.
story.
There was no reason, especially in that second
No.
movie. There was no reason.
Yeah.
There's no,
If you wanted to do one, I think you should have done it in the third one when you find the other stormtrooper, the
yeah,
the female,
yeah.
like that makes more sense. It was like, oh shit, you're like me, you know,
And
like
you're
you
fighting on the
also
other
hate
side
it.
of this
You know,
war.
you're fighting, and
Yeah.
you wind up being freaking, Lando's daughters. You know, I think they hinted at that.
Yeah.
So it was like it could have been a cool. That could have been cool. Like that should have been a little love story. You know, not, but
So many
you know,
problems.
just. But I don't mind Ray being it. But I think Ray should not have been a Palpatine. She
Yeah.
should have been, I think, a Kenobi.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That
think
sounds perfect.
that would.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
this
I think.
series would have been great.
Yeah, because then it would have been
I
him
explained to
protecting
you.
Luke and finding love, by accident, so and then he's fighting internally. And do I have to be a Jedi, or do I kind of leave a little bit of that behind and move forward? And
Because he's not a
that would
Jedi,
have made more
he has
sense.
kids. It would have been that internal conflict. That would have been great.
And then it would have been a little bit more like, oh shit, I kind of understand what Anakin was going through now. Where
Hey,
where
we're starting a petition. Tank is now in charge of Star Wars. We're starting a petition tonight.
Oh man, like come on, man. It's really not that hard. It's I mean, Star Wars kind of writes itself. I don't know.
Agreed.
Uh,
Agreed.
it I don't know. I said, but his role was gag Ray. Yeah. All it was. Poor John Boyega. And Boyega is a really good, really good actor.
Great actor. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Who we were saying something where we were like, who would he be perfect as? Shit. I forgot who. But I remember this is a while ago too. Damn. Like he would have been a good blah blah blah. I think you were saying MCU maybe.
Had a person too.
I can't remember. I cannot remember. Yeah.
No, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, damn. I forgot what we were saying. Derper said, Star Wars Force Awakens equals the one where Disney kills Han Solo, Star Wars The Last Jedi, or then the one where Disney kills Luke Skywalker, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, the one where Disney kills Leia or Organa. Yeah. Force Awakens. I am kind of upset. Like, I don't mind them killing Han like that
for a good story, and
for a good reason.
And that's why I didn't have a problem with Force Awakens. But then you kill Luke. And you had to, we had to kill Luke because the story was too terrible. And he didn't want to be part of it anymore. He's like, no, I'm done. I'm going back to Batman. I'll go be the Joker. Forget all this other stuff because this is stupid. That's why he had to kill Luke.
I mean, he would have. I mean, obviously he came back because he wanted to be part of it. Oh, that's what we're saying. Eddie Brock. We were saying John Boyega would be an awesome Eddie Brock.
Yeah, his personality
opposite to Tom Holland.
Yep.
Yeah,
I like that personality.
He's already buff. That's what it was. That's what. Yeah, damn, he would be I just remembered it. I'm like, yeah, he would be a great Eddie Brock. Just tell him pump some more iron, get a little bit bigger.
Yeah, here we go. Let's go.
Enough ranting about Star Wars. Oh man,
Star Wars for half an hour.
It's all. I mean, it's really all over the news because Den of Nerds, who I think we both follow. He went on a big rant about it, but he does a show with Star Wars Theory, and Star Wars Theory, I guess, I haven't been keeping up, but I think he said he doesn't want to know the leaks. Like he wants his initial viewing to be his initial reaction to it, which makes sense. Which kind of I hope you stay away from leaks.
Yeah, because
I couldn't help myself.
I just want to just enjoy or not enjoy.